Hello, it's me, Microman, bringing you another video in incredibly low quality. Today I want to talk about something that has been on the mind of a lot of people here in Europe, and that is the mess that has been Eurovision 2024. Now, Eurovision, I think I don't really need to give it an introduction, but I will. So, long story short, it's a music competition that has been going on since like the 70s and the 60s. It's for years, where countries from Europe send an artist of choice to Eurovision to compete against the other countries, and at the end of the day, they choose one winner. Now, I do have to state, countries in Europe is with an asterisk, because there are some exceptions like Australia that are let in, and Israel, which is geographically not located in Europe, but it's in that European group. They're also let in. We'll get to that later. Now, it's really huge. Every time it's Eurovision, it's like a happening. There's campaigns around it. There's a lot of things going on, and a lot of people care about Eurovision, which is why this year's edition brought so much discussion to it, because of how everything surrounding the event just seemed to fail and fall apart. But, well, in this video I just wanted to put everything like in a timeline and talk about what happened and just the absolute chaos that has been Eurovision 2024. Now, it kinda already started with a back foot, and for that we just need to go back to a few years back, 2 years to be precise. I had to look it up. So 2 years ago, Russia invaded Ukraine. I don't really think I need to explain what happened, except for the invasion. War broke out. Everyone's been pretty up to date with it, I think. And following this invasion of Ukraine, the EBU, the organization behind Eurosong, said, okay, Russia, we're not letting them in, and so they haven't been let back into Eurosong. Now, and big point of dispute has been that Israel, who is also accused of and has been proven to be guilty of a lot of violating of human rights in the Israel-Palestina conflict, and so a lot of people said, okay, if you ban Russia, you should ban Israel. EBU did not do this. They just said, we don't want to be political, we'll let Israel compete, which is strange considering they were political when it was about Russia. So a lot of people were like, it didn't go well for a lot of people, and so there was already a bit of a tense mood around Eurovision because of this. Because of this, of course, a lot of people wanted to boycott Eurovision. I don't know if a lot of people actually did, like, not watch while they were planning to. I didn't watch, but I was generally not really planning on doing it. I just watched fragments of it. Now, we'll get into the actual Eurovision now. Semi-final one, no real issues, except for maybe a few disagreements, of course, like the elimination of Belgium. I know here in Belgium we didn't really agree with it because we thought we were better than a few others, but that's just like a difference in opinion. So no conflicts in the first semi-final, everyone just went through, and then came the second semi-final. Now, in the final itself, the semi-final, nothing really happened of like drama. A lot of big countries were in this one, including Belgium, by the way. Belgium is semi-final too. But it was the aftermath of this final that jumped into the public's eye of what happened during the aftermath of that final. After this final, the participant of the Netherlands, Joost Klein, was apparently filmed when he wasn't supposed to. Now, in reaction to this, he apparently made a threatening gesture to the camera woman, after which, of course, a lot of drama ensued. Joost was actually suspended from the final repetition, and after that completely disqualified from Eurovision 2024. So for the big final. This did not sit well with like almost everyone who was watching, especially the Dutch and Belgian fans, who of course were familiar with Joost for a much longer period, and thus a lot of negative comments came towards Eurovision because they thought it was out of proportion what happened with Joost, and I can't say I disagree. Now, after everything happened and after Eurosong itself, there has now also been more news surrounding the incident. Apparently, as I read now, this wasn't the first incident. The Swedish paper has announced that there were a few other moments, so it wasn't the first time he had come across this camera woman, and apparently they said that it happened before and therefore it was proportional. The strange thing is, there hasn't been like a certain source that says, okay, this is exactly what happens. Everyone seems to think something else happens. I've seen the Dutch press saying it was just a small incident. The Swedish say, oh, it's been this very big thing, it's happened before. So basically, where we stand now, we know not enough. What we do know is that it's not the end of things. I think the Dutch media has already done something like a legal action. I don't know if it was legal action, but I don't know if it's legal action per se. But what I do know is that this hasn't ended yet. That's all I kind of wanted to say about Eurovision. It was immense. Will I watch it next year? Probably not. Do I think it's going to end? No, not likely. I basically said everything I wanted to say. If you liked it, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. And then you'll see me in the next video. Bye.